Hey there, welcome back. Now let us start our journey with watchlist test case. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a class and let me call this class as watchlist test case. And then we need to import the API test case. That's it. Now what we can do inside watchlist. So the best thing you can do is if you are creating for the first time, jump onto your views and here see what we can do. So the first thing we need to take care about this is admin only. That means if I try to send a create request, it should get a 403 forbidden. We are only allowed to send a get request. This is great. That means we need to create, then get a complete list and then individual element. Same like this stream platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this as test. And then this is going to be my watchlist underscore create. Now once that is done, we need to send a post request. Just exactly like this, we need to create some data, send a post request, and then we are going to get a 403 forbidden. Here I'm going to take some data. Remember, we haven't created the user till now. So we need to create user. We also need to do certain other task. So this data is going to have platform. Now the thing is we don't have any platform right now. Remember, this entire class is different and this class is different. So we need to pass some data. Remember here, if I'm creating a movie, if you jump into your models, if I'm creating a movie, I need to pass this data. So the first thing I need to do is I need to create a platform. Either I need to pass this platform in the form of my data, or I need to pass this platform in the form of link maybe. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my setup. So I'm going to create a setup. Inside the setup I'm going to create a user, then authenticate that user, and then create a stream. That means my platform. So I'm going to copy some content here. Yeah, this is done. So that means I created this stream now. This is my Netflix stream. And here I am going to pass that stream. That means my platform. The next thing is going to be title. You can also view all the other information. We need to pass title, storyline, platform as well as active. Title, let me give example. And then I need to pass storyline, example story, and then I need to pass active actually. So this is going to be active, and then here I am going to pass true. This looks fine. So here I am passing some data. Once that is done, I need to send a post request. So I'm going to use a response self, and then this is going to be exactly in the same way here that we did. The link will be changed, so I'm going to copy paste here, and the link will be, I need to check URL first. So link should be movie-list I guess. So let me jump onto urls.py, get here, and this is the list. Here movie-list is the link name, and here I am passing my data. This looks fine, and then I should get this error. Okay, this looks good. Jump back here, run my test case. Everything is working fine. So till now we have wrote 7 cases. Jump back here, and now I need to access some data, that is complete list as well as individual movie. So for that I need to create a movie so I can access our individual data. I'm going to call this as self.watchlist, and here I'm going to call the models watchlist object, and then I'm going to call it create. Here I need to pass platform, my title, storyline as well as active. So platform is going to be our self.stream. Then let me pass title as example movie. Then I need to pass storyline. and then my active. Yeah, this looks fine. So now we have created a movie manually so that we can access them. Let me get here and let me try to add a get request. So I'm going to use test and then underscore my watch list underscore, and then I need to get the complete list. To get a complete list, all I need to do is use my response, send a get request, and instead of this stream platform, I'm going to send a list request to my movie list. This looks fine, and once we get this, we are going to get a 200 OK. Yep, that's work fine. And also I need to access individual element. So what I'm going to do is use my test case, and I'm going to call this as watchlist underscore individual element. And I need to follow something similar, but instead of this list, I'm going to call this as detail, because if you jump onto URL, we call this detail, and here we need to pass this ID, which is my primary key. So I need to pass this argument. So this is my reverse. The first thing we did is with my movie detail, that is my link, and here the second thing I need to pass is my argument. That is going to be a tuple, and I'm going to pass self dot the individual movie ID, which is going to be watchlist ID. So this will be self dot watchlist dot ID. That's it. That's done, and then we are going to match this. This looks fine. If I run this test case, it's working fine. So now if any normal user try to create, update or delete, they are going to get HTTP 403. Now in the next lecture, what we are going to do is we are going to update, create, delete everything for our reviews, because review is one thing that a normal user can do. I mean, normal user can perform all the tasks. Review is that one our model. So with review model, we can create, update, delete everything, because this is controlled by a normal user. Everything else till now is controlled by admin. So in the next lecture, what we are going to do is we are going to talk about everything in the form of create, update, delete, and also talk about unauthenticated user. Because if you jump onto views right now, this class has permission is admin or read only. So read only is working fine, but if I try to do something that is related to admin, I should get 403. Now here, since we are matching this individual element, what we can also do is we are currently matching this response code. So what we can do is we can match the object also. We have created a new object with this title. So what we can do is we can access the object first and then match this title. So if I take an example here, so they are talking about this accounts. What they did is they first try to access the count and match this if the count is 1 or not. They also try to access the name and then match if the name is matching or not. So we can do something similar. What I am going to do is I am going to copy this one, get back here, and instead of account, what I am going to do is I am going to utilize my models.watchlist, and I am going to match this title. Now the title should be example movie, which we have recently entered. So this should be example movie. So if the title is matching, that means we have created a model object, and this is the model object. We are matching both of them. Let me get back to my terminal. Run this one. It's working fine. So here we are trying to access the object and then matching it with movie. We can also try to access the count and then match it, because we currently have only one movie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match the count here. Let me save this one, jump back again and test this. And this is working fine. So this is our test. Everything is okay. So that's how we can add multiple responses. You can add them here also with our individual platform for streaming. So we did this with our movie. Remember, other things are controlled by admin only for delete as well as put request, that is update request. After completing this whole section, make sure to add a put as well as delete option here, and you should pass HTTP 403 forbidden, because this is admin only or read only. So that means currently this is edited by or deleted by or updated by admin, else you can read. That's the whole scenario. Now the next thing is review. Now review is going to be pretty important because everything that we are going to control will be inside review. Everything a user can control actually. So in the next lecture, let us talk about review and then continue our journey with testing. I hope this lecture was helpful and you are able to understand what we are trying to do. Thank you for following, and I see you guys in the next one.